Ed and Frank, you both have new pieces on Doge and Elon Musk. What's your take on this, especially with, the nuclear and now the bird flu? They're pulling back these firings, proving the point that they're just hastily wiping the table clean of people who perform functions that are pretty important to our country being safe.
They are pulling back some of the firings. Nuclear safety experts, it turns out, are relatively important, as are epidemiologists and so on. But let's not lose sight of the fact that, Elon Musk is closing agencies that regulate him. You look at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, set up after the '08 crisis to protect consumers from the kind of giant rip-offs that helped lead to that meltdown. Mm-hmm. That's been shuttered. This is the agency that evaluates fintech platforms, and Musk wants X to become the WeChat of America. WeChat being China's sort of all-purpose payment system that serves as everything else: your booking system, your dating system, your not just your financial system. This is more than a conflict of interest. The English language doesn't. That's just not the scale of what we're seeing here. So he is proceeding and succeeding in getting rid of regulatory capacity that he says or believes holds back his business growth.
And Frank, your piece is called "The Hidden Costs of Musk's Washington Misadventure." Tell us about it.
Well, let's just take Elon Musk at his word, which we shouldn't, actually, because I do believe that he's trying to erect a system that is fundamentally corrupt. But let's just say that he was genuinely trying to make the government more efficient. We could all probably agree that the government should become more efficient. This is the craziest way to do it, because he's going in without any context, without any concern for who are the high-performing employees and who are the low-performing. It's a series of very random hammer blows in this desire to break. His view is that you need to break in order to essentially fix in the end, theoretically. But the problem is that in the course of breaking, you're creating all sorts of costs, because a lot of the people who are going to be fired are going to sue the government meritoriously. The government will have to defend itself against those lawsuits, so that's a set of costs. And in terms of destroying capacity, there's capacity that even if you are the most libertarian Ayn Randian guy in the world, in the end, you're going to come to the conclusion that the government needs to have that capacity. And so you're going to have to go out and replace these employees with contractors who are going to be much more expensive, because you're going to need to pull them in at, in these hastily drawn sorts of ways. And as we've kind of established earlier in the show, there is this, corruption that's happening. You're not going to get the best contracting talent. You're going to get the people who are the best connected to come in, and it's going to cost us an insane amount of money in the end.
Joe.
Well, and let's talk about the politics of this for a second. This is the first act. This is the first scene of the first act of this presidency. And what you are going to see by just going in and randomly going across one agency after another is you're going to actually see people in red state America, people who voted for Donald Trump, people who need Medicaid services desperately because that's the nursing homes that their parents are in Oklahoma, in Wisconsin, in Pennsylvania, in Georgia, in North Carolina. They're suddenly going to see these services taken away. Their farmers are going to have to deal with the chaos. You're going to have, institutions like my alma mater, the University of Alabama, that is going to get savaged by these cuts. You're going to have people, Republicans, who have children. I heard a story last night. Republicans who have children whose lives were saved by vital NIH research, having those research grants taken away. This is going to be the political equivalent of death by 1,000 cuts if they don't do this in a more responsible way. And Mike Allen, this is the next scene. if we want to see what the next political scene is here, and I'm not saying this is what I want to happen. I'm just saying this is what's going to happen. Mike, you and I have been in Washington long enough to know this. It's one thing to go against Donald Trump's tax cuts for the rich in 2017, as Democrats called them. And by the way, in so doing, they won the House and the Senate in 2018, made big gains in 2018. It's one thing if you do that and say they're going to cut taxes for billionaires like Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and then there are going to be all these cuts down the line. What the Trump administration is providing Democrats right now are those cuts. They're giving them the punchline to, oh, they're going to cut billionaires' tax cuts, but guess what they're going to do? They're going to take away medical research that saved your daughter or saved somebody in your family. They're going to take away and fire people in the FAA. So those plane crashes that you're seeing, you're going to see more of them. And in fact, the United States record of no plane crashes since 2009, we're going to look back on that as the good old days. They're going to see cuts in food safety, in water safety, in air safety. They're going to see cuts. As Mika said, when we're talking about fighting the bird flu or other possible pandemics, right now they're doing all. It's just like they're giving this to Democrats, saying, here, take this punchline. This is what we're cutting tax cuts for billionaires for. Mm-hmm. And then they can go down this list that we're seeing on the front page of the newspapers every day, Mike. It is political negligence and malfeasance. Plus, it's hurting people every day.
Joe, as we sit here on day 30, and by the way, Mika, that means 1,400 more to go in this term. We have barely heard a peep from Republicans on the Hill about what's happening down the street. But this is starting to build. So Axios is just up with a piece from our Hill squad, the growing GOP Doge revolt. And you have powerful Republicans, including Senator Susan Collins of Maine, saying, whoa, a couple things here. One, why is this being done so hastily that, as Ed referred, they're having to go back and undo some of them? Why are they trampling on our prerogatives? And this is where the fight is really going to come, right, is over these agencies that they're trying to shut down or sidelines that Congress sees as its prerogative. Congressman Don Bacon, Republican of Nebraska, saying measure once, cut twice.